What's up, good people? What's up? So I had to let everybody know that we're gonna be on Restream. I didn't want to do it the other way. I wanted to kind of do it that way everybody can kind of chime in. Um, I'm gonna drop the link here in a minute. I just wanted to explain what's going on so everybody can kind of have a warm and fuzzy. Hello, hello, I see you. I see you, Pure Ponder, and I see you. Coco, I see you. Miss Curlin, I see you. What's going on with y'all? Y'all do me a favor as you come in, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get this thing popping. All right, I did invite some people. I don't know if they're gonna pull up or not, but hey, we could do it by our damn self if we gotta do it. Okay. So I am going to be let me see, hold on. I think I want to leave it like this. Let me see. Let me do it like this. Okay, so intervention. What does that mean? Is it just a word? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Well, what it is I really wanted to give content creators an opportunity to kind of speak on a platform that was going to be fair and impartial, and to talk about some topics that are, I would say, near and dear, not only to adults, but African American adults. Everyone is welcome to chime in or whatever. I actually have some questions that I'm gonna throw up on the screen and give everybody a chance to kind of say, how they feel about certain things. I think so many times we as content creators, depending on who we are, we come to social media. Let's be honest, we come to social media for different things. Like I've talked to numerous content creators, and a lot of them are saying, "Hey, listen, I'm not here, to do this or be that or be a part of this or whatever. It's just like I want to come, let my hair down, have a good time, maybe get to know some people, crack some jokes. It's nothing serious and nothing real." And then you have some other people that they take YouTube a little bit more serious. They're a little bit more structured in their approach. And I just wanted to bring everybody together for intervention and really give everybody a chance to dialogue, and then give other content creators a different perspective, because sometimes you can see a content creator one way, but then after having dialogue with him or her, you then see them another way. So I'm gonna drop this link and we're gonna get this thing started. I'm trying to give people enough time. I know they must have thought I was on colored people time. When you say 5 o'clock, that means really 6:30. I get it. I understand. But I'm gonna drop this link, and anybody that feels that they want to join the conversation, feel free to join the conversation or whatever. But let's get some people in here. Hit that like button. Again, I think this is something that is well overdue. I think this is something that needs to be ongoing, whether it's here on the Tough Love platform or not. But it just to bring all different types of content creators together, whether they're here for the jokes, whether they're here for the drama, whether they're here for the positivity, and really just all sink in and say, okay, well, hey, what are the problems that we see and what solutions can we provide? So this is just one of those opportunities that's very special and that could be very key. So I'm hoping that as you guys come in, first of all, I hope you hit the like button. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. I think that we're changing the margin. We're pushing the narrative in reference to saying we appreciate grown-up conversation. So if you guys are just coming in, feel free again to hit that like button. And then once I drop this link, which I'll be dropping in a minute, feel free to hit the link. Lovely, I see you in the building. I see you in the building. So I'm gonna drop this link. Like I said, if you are a content creator or you're someone that just wants to, talk, feel free to hit the link and join me or whatever case may be. Riding Dirty, what's up? I was hoping that you pull up, brother. So the link has been dropped. If you want to join the conversation again, this is just for us just to come together and just have a conversation. It's not a debate. It's not a shouting match. It's not a disrespectful type situation. It's just a situation where we throw some questions on the screen and we talk. We talk about the problems, we talk about the solutions, and we try to agree to disagree, or hopefully we all can agree. The church lady, what's going on? Miss Curlin, what's going on? Miss Curlin said, "Let me grab my coffee." Let me grab my coffee. Some people already hitting the link. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna drop it one more time. Feel free again if you want to join the conversation. Even if you're in the bushes, feel free to join the conversation. This is for all. This is an opportunity for all to kind of just sit down and talk. Again, I have some questions that I'm going to be throwing up on the screen that either myself or guests are going to be able to just talk about, so that way you can kind of feel where they stand about certain things. So again, the link is in the description. Matter of fact, let me grab my water. Not my coffee. Let me go grab my water or whatever. Okay, folks, I am back. I am back. I am back. The link again is in the description box. If you want to hit the link, feel free to hit the link and come on up and join the conversation. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing started because I don't want to waste you guys' time. So let's go ahead and pop this thing up here. Let's see here. So this looks like the first question. They're pretty much at random. Pretty much at random. What advice would you give to upcoming content creators? I think that's a pretty decent question. Some of these questions I kind of bounced off other people, to kind of see if these would be good questions, and then I let them also ask me. Is the music too loud for you guys? Let me go ahead and knock it down a little bit. Let me knock it down a little bit. What's up, sis? Can you hear me? You there? Coco. I don't know why. It looked like you dropped off or whatever. Okay, looks like you're back. What's up, sis? Yeah, I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you. Let me drop this link again. Go out and come back in. When technology, you guys know how technology go. I know how technology go. I really wanted to hear from some other people, but again, feel free to turn this down just a little bit more. I feel like I'm talking way over. Okay, that's a little bit better. A little bit better. So I mean, let's get this thing started. What advice would you give to upcoming content creators? Salute, Jay Watson. Good question. Good question. I think I would give upcoming content creators. I would tell them to identify your purpose from the jump. Identify the reason why you're here on social media. What message you actually want to send. If it's a message, just identify your very first video. Identify what it is that you're here to do. So that to me would be my advice. Identify your purpose if you have a purpose, or just let people know up front, hey, I'm really not here for anything serious. I'm just here to kind of just let my hair down, kick it, have some fun, crack some jokes, or whatever case may be. I think that's very important to your audience, so that way when they come across your page or your channel, they know exactly what they're getting, because that very first video is you being consistent. And then I think another thing too is, don't be afraid to show your audience who you are and what you stand for. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to, show your credit score and your social security number. I'm just saying, don't be afraid to tell your audience, about your background, about the things that you like, if you have a family or not. Just be a little bit more personable with it, with your situation or whatever. So I think that would be the advice that I would give. Again, you guys, the link is in the description. I know it's Saturday. You're right. You're right. I know it's Saturday. Let's go to the next question. Oh wow. What do you think the biggest problem is with the Black YouTube community? Um, I think it's a lot of egos. I think it's a lot of egos, to be honest with you. I think it's different people from different walks of life who all want to be heard. Which is the reason. That's every content creator. Everybody wants to be heard, and everybody wants to feel important. And I think that sometimes the need to want to be important clashes with the need to just want to have fun, or the need to want to be serious, or the need to have some type of real relevance. Riding Dirty, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, brother?
I'm just sitting here listening, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Feel free to chime in when you want to.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, I just think that egos are a big part of a lot of the discord that we have, especially in the Black YouTube community or whatever. It's just like everybody feels like, my opinion or my perspective is the ultimate perspective. A lot of people don't like to share space. So which means, okay, you can have your perspective and I can have my perspective, but just because we have different perspectives, it don't mean that we need to be at odds. And I think a lot of times that it means that because in real life we're at odds. Like the person that you disagree with, it's like, well, how dare you disagree with me? And I'm right because of this. When I think that, it's a possibility you both right, or hell, you both could be wrong. And I think it's really about learning how to share space and really communicate effectively, so that way everyone, there's no losers in conversation. To me, there's no losers. I think that everybody deserves to be heard, and I think that everybody's perspective needs to be taken into account. And I think that depending on who you are, it depends on if you have a healthy communication trait or not. You see what I'm saying? What you've been through, what you've learned. And I think a lot of times that we hear in a Black community of YouTube, like I said, everybody comes from different walks of life. So everybody has been taught, in order to win an argument or a disagreement, I must take it up a notch, or I must do something to where it won't be favorable for anyone that I see as an opposing person. And I don't think that that's the way conversation should work. I think that everybody should give each other's time to express whatever concerns, questions that they have, and then you should be answered with respect if you come with respect. Ron Dirty, I don't know if you got anything on that.
Man, like I say, I don't have a dog in this fight because I don't have a channel. But just as a YouTube consumer, I don't know. It just seemed to me that I don't know. We can't just disagree and move on. And I think a lot of it has to do with, because you were saying earlier that, everybody just feels the need to be right. And, and everybody, a lot of people say, my opinion, it's my opinion, it's my opinion. And it's just that, an opinion. And, and it's my opinion. And people will just argue about opinions, about whose opinion is right. And, instead of just saying they think what they think and I think what I think, and as long as they treat me with respect and dignity, I ain't got no problems. But it's just this need to be right that I see a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree.
And it's like, because people is like, it's your truth. Your truth is not my truth, and my truth isn't your truth. Right? There's the truth, and then there's my truth as I've lived through my eyes. And it's just a lot of arguing over subjective stuff. So I'm gonna mute for now.
How you all? Can you all hear me now?
I can hear you. Come and get this commentary. Come on, hit this link.
Awesome. Your nephew needs 2 jobs. He was over here changing settings and things of this nature at 6, going on 16. But I got it together now. So salute to the chat, salute to the panel, salute to you, Tough Love. Welcome. Let's get into this. Let's get into this convo. Let's get into these solutions. Let's get into all of this. Let's do the breakdown.
No doubt. A Random Black Guy podcast. Salute, man. Welcome to the show.
Salute to you. A funny dude, man. I got to catch you the other day on Armando Black, man. You are funny, man. You funny. I like you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you,
Yes.
brother.
Okay. I appreciate it. Not everyone finds it funny, unfortunately.
You funny. I think you got a natural tact for this. I think you have a natural tact for this. And I you know, like I said, I happened to, you know, catch you the other day on Armando Black. Salute Armando Black. And I really believe that you're a natural for this. I really, really enjoy watching you guys, man. Like, I was weak. I was like, man, I'm trying to clean up and Swiffer and stuff, and they got me here cracking up, and I'm pausing and sit down and listen to y'all, man. I'm like, Lord, I ain't gonna never finish my clean. But it was fun. It was fun. I really, really enjoyed y'all. So salute to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So I was just talking about this this question here right now. I don't know if you're ready to kind of speak on things, or if you just want to wait to the next question, but feel free if you want to chime in on this one right here.
Yeah, I didn't hear the question, so I would have to, hear the question again, but I didn't hear it. My fault.
Okay, can you see the screen?
I can. Yeah, I can see. Oh, I'm sorry. I can see it. I'm my bad.
Okay.
I thought you was like verbally talking.
Yes, we can hear you.
So what do you think the biggest problem is with the Black YouTube community? I think it's I think people don't understand cross pollination, right? Kind of like what she just said. I come from the sneaker and I come from like the comic community, right? And I've always been interested in different topics. The problem is though, I infuse comedy and jokes into a lot of my commentary. I don't, call women B words and all that good stuff. That's not what I do, but I will poke fun of what I see, and it's all satirical. Well, by me doing that, just today, I got 2 strikes, like in a row, even though I didn't say anything rude. I just made fun of the way somebody was singing and the way that somebody claimed their age was, and I got 2 strikes already. I think people don't know how to separate what they want to see versus what they don't. And I think that's one of the biggest issues in the community. Like, you go to a lot of the other communities, I got to be honest with you, you don't see this a lot. You see people being able to turn it off and walk away.
And I agree.
Or they'll say like, you know what, the commentary or the type of content that they're putting out today is not what I want to see. So they'll turn it off and walk away. In our community, for whatever reason, we expect everyone to be righteous. We expect you to say what I believe and what I think, not what you think and what you believe. And if it's something that I don't believe or what I think, then you're the ops, you're the enemy, you're the wrong person, you're the devil, you're evil, all that good stuff. And it's just not that way. We have differences of opinion. Now, I do not believe that people should be, I don't think you should arbitrarily be calling people names. But once you start to beef, I can't tell you what to do. That's just my
I hear you. Let me move on to the next question or whatever, because I don't want to stick too long in one question, but definitely you answered that superbly. Let's get to the next one. If you could change anything about the YouTube policies, what would you change? Anybody that want to jump into this can jump in straight into it.
Salute, Miss Antonia. I didn't see you until now. The thing was in my way. But salute to the entire panel in the chat. Basically, like with me, if I could change anything about the policies, this is what I would like to change. I don't like when people, hey, sweetheart, I don't like when people directly like try to come and attack people for no reason. You don't even know them. I don't like that, because I was attacked for no reason, and I'm not even a content creator. And the things that were said about me and my family were extremely, extremely disrespectful to the utmost. And what people don't understand, we do have what's called freedom of speech, right? But there's things and the responsibilities that come with that, and people tend to forget that. You have to be a responsible adult. You cannot slander, harass, bully people because you say, oh, I can say what I want to say. It's a freedom of speech. There's rules to this, because you have to understand there are people that have real lives outside of YouTube. There are people that are going through real things outside of YouTube. Now, if you want to use it for entertainment, kudos to you.
And also, not expect it back.
Yeah,
don't do it and not expect it back. Have one way for you. And then, and then other people like, just speaking, who was a gentleman speaking?
You're Antonio, you're breaking up You might want to go out and come back in. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hey,
just like random black TV.
This is what I want to do. I really want to, based on a question, what policies would you change?
I would change it to where you cannot just be striking people if they are not being blatantly disrespectful. And what I mean by that is this. Just like random, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. I can't really see it. Random Black TV. He made a very valid point when I was watching him the other day. Don't poke the bear and then cry victim. Basically, stop sending for people that are not sending for you, and then you coming at them being disrespectful, and then you expect respect in return. Respect goes both ways. You have to give it in order to receive it. So when people are doing things out of malice, when they're doxing and coming after your family, your kids, I feel that after that first strike, you should be out because you already know the rules and you should have read them before you decided to open your mouth. So there should be consequences that follow those things and people that don't follow the rules.
Okay. Pure Ponder, anybody that's in the chat right now, if you guys, you want to chime in, feel free to chime in and I'll put your answer on the, I'll display it on the screen. Does anybody else have anything that they would, in reference to Memphis? I see you. Nurse Petty, I see you. Dialis, salute. Lovely, I see you. So, okay, so Lovely says stalking. That's something I think that should be cracked down on. Like if you identify someone that is like bothering you, harassing you, stalking you, I think that YouTube should definitely do a better job at, removing those people from the platform. Definitely.
I agree. Absolutely.
Yes, you can ask questions. Definitely. That's what this is for. Anybody got anything more on this topic? Anything else that you would want to change, you would want YouTube to kind of crack down on, change or get rid of, or anything like that?
Well, I feel like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it, man. You got it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Antonio.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot damn now. You know me, I have blonde moments, damn it.
It's
okay, so what I was saying. Oh, I didn't notice. You could see anything on YouTube. Oh, well.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. You know me. Okay. So, well, one thing I wish is just being able to spew lies. Like, you have to have facts behind what you say. And I don't want to hear, what's that saying? I don't know. But the saying they be saying, I bumped my head or something. I don't know. I hear that because I got attacked too. And I'm not even a creator. And everything the person said about me was not even true. Nothing she said about me was true. So I don't understand the way with telling all lies. Nothing happens to me, but speaking facts or their opinion, because having an opinion is different than just this is what happened. So I don't see how a person like that, like the gentleman that a little while ago say he got, warning or whatever that was, compare and lies, calling people all kind of names, and it's not true. I don't get it. I just don't get that. I don't understand that.
Yeah, they should have never put a strike on.
So that's a rule I would change.
No, that was just some hating. They were hating doing that.
I hear you.
I majored in marketing. So a lot of those trademark copyright laws, I know them. And one of the policies that's very gray here in YouTube, and I just started a month ago, is that fair use policy. Because fair use really is, as long as you're using it in a satirical way, you can use it. In my case, I use it satirically. I never use it to demean. I never use it to bully. One was of a woman singing. I took her singing, was like, wow, she's singing. I put all of these little snippets of her singing. She actually clipped my channel saying I used her content. But the reality of it is, per the fair use policy and per YouTube guidelines, I can use it in a satirical nature. And for that video to be taken down, and I'm like, I know what satire is per marketing and all that good stuff. For my, video to be taken down and me to have a strike is confusing. Now, I'm not going to challenge it, because if you're saying I can't use someone else's content, great. But you can't say you can use it satirically, and then when I use it satirically, you're like, well, wait a minute, that's their content though. It's really confusing. It's too great.
So based on what you're saying, Random, is that you feel like the policy should be done more on a case-by-case basis. It should be more fair across the board. Like what exactly, if you were talking about policy change or policy dismission, what would you do? What would you change?
Well, they need to define it. So it needs to say you can't use anyone's content, period.
Got it.
Not satirically, it needs to say don't use this person's content, because now if I take you and you're singing a song and I infuse other clips of you singing the song, just laughing at you trying to sing the song, that is a satirical piece of content. That is not malice. That's not anything. Factually, you're singing a song, but my opinion is that song that you're singing is horrible.
I got it. Let's look at this. Let's look at this question by Pure Pondering. It says, thanks, Mario. On the first question, the Black community, I think the things I see within the Black YouTube community are often the things I see everywhere else, only amplified if it's anger. I totally agree.
I agree.
I totally agree. I believe that the social media does provide an amplifier to promote hate and discord. And it does it in such a manner where it saves it. I think it was Random that was talking about, how YouTube or social media is like an archive. And I think that's what happens. It's like, people, they live on that hate. They go back and say, okay, this is when everybody didn't like you, or this is when everybody was against you. So let me continue to promote that. And I think that we don't have a chance to get over the hate because people use it to gain favor. So I definitely agree with you, Pure Ponder. Let me go to the next question.
Before you move from Pure Ponder, can I ask them a question?
Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Because this is something that I've always asked, because, like, again, forgive me for my ignorance. I'm new to this space. What is the definition of Black YouTube, though?
So what's so sad about it, what is so sad about it is just because you're Black and just because you are a man or a woman, you're automatically, for some reason, ordained to be a part of this sector or this section. And I'm gonna be honest with you, just as a Black man, 20-year military veteran, I never joined YouTube just to be a part of the Black sector. But I also think it's who you cover. Like if you just talk about Black issues, your titles, your thumbnails, your hashtags, if you remain in a certain area, I think that people automatically assume that, you're a part of this sector as well. So I think for me, that's what it is.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Anybody else got anything to say about that?
No, I agree.
I never knew about Black YouTube until 2020.
I didn't know it until lately. I didn't even know it was one. I was like, what?
Yeah. Lovely. I totally agree. I would definitely get rid of the fake accounts. I would make people use their real name. Shit. And the reason why I say that is because I think that would cut down on the trolling.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
To hold people accountable. And it definitely would be less. It definitely would be less issues. Let's move on to this next question. What is your best advice dealing with slander, cyberbullying, and harassment on YouTube?
Don't log on.
I'm gonna give you a warning. After that, it's off with your head. That's it.
Don't log on.
Don't log on.
I'm saying it from personal experience. Like, don't log on. I watched somebody get killed over this, so I know that it's serious and it can be. But mentally,
I'm glad you stated what you stated, because people don't understand it. People out here in these streets be real. You understand what I'm saying? You can lose your life. So watch what you say and do.
Yeah. I had a family member that got into it not over YouTube but over Twitter, and the person found him and killed him. And in my mind,
wow,
what missed was I kept telling him, just don't go back and forth, log out. Because here's the thing, right? I know that people say shut the channel down, whatever, but there's two sides of this. You have the right to not watch it. So regardless if the person is talking to you, you also have the right to walk away. And I guess this is my thing. Let's say that you were out and about,
right,
and you were in like just in the streets at a store. Someone walks up on you and they say, "Hey, fuck you! I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do that to you." What would you do? Would you engage that person or would you walk away? Because in my mind, I'm like, if you engage that person physically, it's not going to change on YouTube or virtually. What are you going to do to protect yourself? And if you are the type of person,
protect yourself from if the person just uses words, you mean?
No, just period. Because here's the thing, right? When people start to troll you, trolling has been going on for years. When people troll you, why do you get so invested?
It's like
well, hear me out though. Why do you get so invested in a person that doesn't know you? Why do you get so invested in a person that's talking about any of your family members that's never met them? Why you get so invested in someone talking about your life that they don't know your life? For me, I don't get invested in that because I'm thinking you don't know me. So everything that you say about me is from your perspective, but you have no truth or no facts to it. So my thing could be I can ignore you or I can just pull away from it and go somewhere else. And if I want to stay, I just ignore it or I engage back with you. You ultimately make the choice. It's all about cause and effect. You consider that. You have to do it the way that you do it.
So real quick, Random.
I agree with that to a certain extent.
Antonio, hold on just a second. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Salute to everybody that's on the panel. We have Toothless Tiger in the building, Riding Dirty. Miss Curlin. Random is here. Coco is here. Hopefully I got everybody that's up here right now. So I just wanted to do this real quick. So this is an intervention, a YouTube intervention, just to bring some good minds together, talk about some problems and just provide some solutions. And then just to give other content creators an opportunity who may not be here for the serious conversation. Like a lot of people have come to YouTube for different reasons, and this is just an opportunity for everybody to kind of be on the same sheet of music and same wavelength when it comes to a conversation. So sometimes we all gather at the table and we say, hey, this is what we see, or we propose a question and this is what we see from our foxhole. So again, I appreciate everybody that's on the panel and in the chat being an asset to this conversation. I really want to, again, the questions are going to be popping up on the screen. I'm going to read the questions out loud. If they have a question in the chat, feel free to go ahead and post your question. So I'm going to move on to this next one. And the next one is, can you name 5 Black YouTubers that are positive that you watch occasionally?
That's a crazy. It's so crazy. I can't even think of 5. A total of 5. That's crazy.
I think I can.
Okay, go ahead, Toothless.
I can.
Okay, I watch The House of Reawakening Minds with Dr. G. She has another channel, which would be the same person. But generally on House of Reawakening Minds, they have different speakers. Black Dot and his son. I watch Black Magic. And he's a guy that had a lot of guys in the community, different ones to come, and they speak on mainly conscious issues, because mainly I look at scholars, and then the others are not living. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, I look at her, and Dr. Barry Shango.
Okay. I think this question is going to be difficult for a lot of people, Toothless Tiger, is because it's interesting that when it comes to saying, can you name 5 positive content creators that you watch occasionally, everybody's mind goes blank.
My mind went blank. I'm not gonna lie. It really went blank. I'm like 5.
And this is why I tagged a lot of other content creators, and I hope they do take these questions and kind of ask themselves or ask their audience as well. Can you name 5? Because here's the thing: if you can't name 5 positive content creators, what does that say about the examples that we're setting? What message does that send about the leadership and accountability and love languages and all that great stuff? Like, who is teaching the next generation? Now, some people say, hey, that's the parents, thing, and but I think as a content creator, there should be a location that we can all go. A lot of people in the chat right now saying that's sad. I think it is sad. Listen, when I was sitting down getting these questions and this came up, I said, I got to ask this question. So I'm gonna be quiet. I want to see if there's anybody else on the panel or in the chat that can name 5 Black positive content creators that's alive. I want to make it real difficult. That's alive.
When they finish, I want to speak on that.
I can.
I feel so bad that I can't name 5.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Curley.
Okay, well, I can go, excluding you, Tough Love. I have Not Your Mom. Does it have to be like a certain, or can it be just about any content, Black content creator that's positive?
As long as it's positive.
Okay, so Not Your Mama's History. These are people that I like to watch, and one is Not Your Mama's History. The other one is My Thoughts Will Probably Offend You. And then I have one that I watch is Marissa Brienne, which and I think that's really dope. I really like her. And then Ali J, I have 10 Toes Down. That's and let me see, Cam Newton, because I watched that too, and he's really positive and he's good. Moxie Approved, I watch him. And who else? Abba and Preach. And I know I'm forgetting G. I like Ricky Manor. And I have others, but they're just like all over the place, different things. They're Black, but they don't like regular like beef and stuff. None of these people I watch are.
I like stuff like that. I want all of you guys, if you get an opportunity, salute to the chat, salute to the panel. Any like with this question, like I said, because I'm sitting here really completely stumped. So I would love if you guys would put some of those content creators down in the chat, so I can check some of those people out later on.
Absolutely, yeah, but I think context is key though, right? Because like for example, when you sign up for a website, let's say you sign up for Foot Locker, Dick's, or whatever, they ask you what are your interests. So to say in broad brush and say name 5 positive content creators, what if that's not your interest? And when I say not your interest, like I don't know what these other content creators do, but let's say they cook, or let's say they talk about religion. If that's not my interest, I'm not going to be able to find 5 positive Black content creators, because any content.
Absolutely.
So if I'm a sneakerhead, or if I like movies, I would have to scour YouTube to find a positive Black movie reviewer. My question would even be, is there even a Black YouTube movie reviewer? I know they're there, but I'm saying, that's where you start from. So when you say positive, it's really based on, what your interests are. Exactly. I would never know any of these people because I would never look for them.
That's a good point. After I finish it, I'm gonna let Toothless Tiger get up in here. But that's
right. So
here's
went under anybody who's positive.
When I talk about positivity, when I mention it, I'm talking about credit. I'm talking about love languages. I'm talking about co-parenting. So if there is someone out there that is speaking about togetherness and building and self-empowerment, etc., those people fall in that realm. So when I say, I'm not talking about somebody that's like, the sky is so blue every day. Like I'm not talking about somebody like that. I'm just saying it is very interesting, whether it's your genre or not. Everyone right now, to me, should have an interest in credit, should have an interest in wanting to buy a home, to want to buy property, to want to be in relationships. So is there someone that you admire that just happens to be African-American speaking on it? And I think a lot of times when we get an opportunity to say, well, these are the people that we want to sit at the table to have the conversation, we put anybody at the table. One, because they're popular, because we don't really know, who's positive and who's not. We just see who's available. And a lot of times people get put in front of you that is deemed popular, but that don't mean they positive and that don't mean they're leaders. Toothless Tiger, what you think?
Well, I think you're right. And I think you both are right, as a matter of fact, because when you look at what do we call positivity, first of all, and I know that we all should know the definition of positive, but we really need to first come to a medium on what's positive, because some of these names I don't find to be positive people, but some people think they are. So that would be, one thing. What I talk about on my show, some people may be interested in it, some people may not, but I was talking about me. That's why I got on YouTube, to share my journey and my growth and how I did it. So it's according to what you're looking for. I think Random hit it on the nose. It's what your interests are. What do you consider positive? Now, what you said about credit, I found a young lady that made me go and buy about 5 US codes, and she was talking about credit, and it really piqued my interest, But I find most of the people that, if you want to kind of learn something, they're not necessarily people, they're voices. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know if they're black or white. You could, assume that they are European, but you really don't, you really don't know. But you could assume that because you only hear the voice. Because I like to look up words and stuff like that, and pronunciation and spelling and meanings and stuff like that. So it's according to what your interests are. But as far as when I came on YouTube, I had no clue that all of the bickering and the beefing and the skit playing and things were going on. And a lot of these people that you think are at odds are not at odds. They are actually doing skits, because what I found most of being on YouTube, it's all about money, and they don't give a damn about the community. And I'm a cusser for those of you all that do not. So if it bothers you, I just got to tell you who I am. I couldn't wait to cuss, so I love it.
But, I love her.
Yeah, my daddy used to cuss. My mom didn't, but my dad did. And so, boy, I couldn't wait to get grown so I could cuss. And that's what I do.
I love her.
When I'm with regular people. And so I feel comfortable with you guys. So, that's my second language. And I
want to grow up. I want to curse too.
But the thing of it is, for real, I thought people were just on, because, I've looked at people on YouTube, and I heard some people, and they say they speak English, but I don't understand shit they saying. But hell, I was giving them cash apps, not only other people, and I'm like, damn, this may be another way for me to make some extra money because I'm retired. And I didn't know what you had to go through to get money. And it seems like you have to get beef. I came on looking at our sector when my favorite rapper died, which was Mo 3. He's from here in Dallas, Texas. I never got to meet him, but I love that little young man. And so when they were covering his story, that's when I got interested in YouTube and started looking at it, frequent. And then I just started seeing other people, and then I started seeing all the beef and the women calling each other out their names, and it was horrible. And I'm like, damn, ain't nothing on here. And then Kwame came along, and then that's when I started looking at that. And then I said, okay, this is decent. Then, now you find yourself here in the middle of a damn beef that you didn't even want to be in. You just came on YouTube trying to support your people. So I really don't know the answer. I haven't found just 5 regular Black people that's just talking about, us as a people and, doing things for the community and stuff like that, or just even doing things for your own home. You talk about love languages. I have the love languages not only for adults, but for children too. Nobody cares about that. But those things are very important, and we need to be discussing them.
Great
but
point.
Unfortunately, we're not.
Great point. Rod and Dirty, you said you had something? Rod and Dirty, you still there?
Oh, hold on, man. I got Chip and Potato in the background.
I got you. Do your thing, man. We're gonna move on to this next question. I think
all right, I'm good.
You good? Okay, Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, it seems like you got the Black sector of YouTube, and then you got Black people on YouTube. Does that make sense? So
I like the way you broke that down. I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
definitely. I just never looked separating. Yeah.
So if it was kind of standard look at it that, the Black people on YouTube, the Colin Warriors or whatever those people are, they promote more of a lifestyle channel or a specific focal point, like Colin Warrior, whatever his name is. It's all about guns, but specifically being a Black man, pro Second Amendment. So, he has his own groove, his own lane that really you can't compete with it. And if you do compete with it on that side, it's more collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I watch a lot of DIY stuff, and there are Black men and Black women with channels over there and it's all collaborative, because it's all about in nature taking something blank, a raw product, and shaping it, molding it, whatever, and coming out with a product on the end. But on this black sector of YouTube, it's not that. It's a popularity vote or a popularity contest versus what I can provide you. And it's like over here, I provide you, giggles and laughs at anybody's expense because it's all about being funny and being liked. And as long as I got more people like me than like you, then it is what it is. So I don't know, like I said, that's the way I see it is you got black YouTube and then black folks on YouTube. And so I'd say it would be wise to pull and see some, the black people on YouTube, what makes them successful, what they're doing or what they're offering, their lifestyle channels or whatever, and try to incorporate that into yourself to just become a black person on YouTube.
Good point, man.
Yeah.
Good point.
Kind of like,
I agree with everything that you said. I love the breakdown. That was awesome.
Kind of like being in the world, but not of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Bingo.
So the next question is, why is beefing online with other content creators so profitable?
Because people like mess.
People like bullshit.
It's
they like it.
I'll let Random hit it first. Go ahead, Random.
Regardless of what people say, everybody likes to see a train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves to see, I hate to say it, even in here, and this is what I hate about that right there, because it happens in every community. Like, if you haven't crossed over to other communities, you won't believe it, but in like the Star Wars geek community, they put out personal health information. They've literally doxed people and said what their like some woman had HIV, and they put that out there.
Wow.
So this community has nothing on that community over there, nothing. And when they were beefing, people's views went up because people love to see a train wreck. People love to see those that they feel are better than the other person. They love to be entertained. They love to see the person at the top of the hill fall down hard. They love to see the person that's gaining traction start to slide down. Nobody really wants to see people be successful. What they want to see is they're okay with you becoming successful, but they don't really want to see it. So whatever they can do to create the obstacle, they're going to create that obstacle. You see it a lot here because our section is so small. You got to think about it. We don't have a lot of bandwidth on YouTube. There's 6 billion people on YouTube. How many people do you think are successful in the black community?
That's a good question.
I mean, you can go around and you don't see too many million. Like, I'll give you a good example. Someone you could compare me to a white YouTuber. A white YouTuber can start their page right now. I think I have 100 and maybe 10 subs. White YouTuber can start their page right now, and they'll probably have 200 subs by the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the truth. It's just the truth. It doesn't mean that they didn't go through adversity. They just don't have it. So what I mean by that is their volume is going up. That's another successful YouTuber in the making, but the black YouTubers are not successful. So what you see is that real small community. You start to say like, damn, all they do is beef. Well, it's not that many of us. So we're all fighting over a small piece of the pie. But that's just my opinion.
No, I agree. I definitely agree.
I don't agree with nothing Random just said, so we're gonna be beefing after this. We're gonna get the beef.
I like Random. I love his breakdowns and riding dirty and stuff. Like our breakdowns be dope. Like I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss Andrea and Scott Atticus to the panel.
Welcome, you guys.
Welcome.
Thank you. How is everyone?
We good.
Doing great. Enjoying this weather, man. Feeling blessed, man.
The question is on the screen. Anybody that want to jump in and tackle it, I really just want to have open dialogue, and for you guys to provide what it is that you think. So feel free to chime in when you're comfortable and you're ready or whatever.
Okay, why is it so popular? Everybody beef because their numbers go up, they get money, and black folks like to sit in chats and egg on each other to fight with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame.
It is.
And I'm not used to that. I wasn't raised like that. So when I see it on YouTube, I'm like, wow. We too old for this shit.
Real talk though. But I wanted to salute to you too, sister. I got to check out some of your content. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna be checking out a lot more too.
Okay.
I'll tackle this, man. I'm not gonna stay on this one too long. But so again, we all said, you know, the beefing is profitable. You know, people like a train wreck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think social media allows people to do things that they would not be able to do in real life. Say things, be, you know, things that they would not be in real life. And I think that there has to be a way to mitigate the gladiator spirit online. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, I could just say this stuff or whatever. And then some people feed into it. You know, now that I have an audience, now that I have someone paying attention to me, you know, let me go ahead and continue. And especially with us as Black people, you know, we have this natural need to win. And sometimes that I've seen, well, many times that I've seen in this Black sector or whatever, it's like winning means go low. You know, is the lower I get, the more I win. The more I talk about you bad, the more I win. And I think that, to me, that's real disheartening, especially when it comes to Black YouTube, because the question was proposed: how many positive people, how many positive channels can you go to right now and get information? And, you know, it was kind of like a blank draw. But if you say how many people you know right now beefing on YouTube in the Black sector, I guarantee we get like 10 channels easily named. So I really feel like, you know, I hope things get better, but it's probably gonna get worse before it get better.
Wow. You just really, everyone already hit the nail on the head. Why is beefing online with other content creators so profitable? It's really like the audience wants to pay to see drama. And so if you have someone who's already drama filled that happens to be a content creator, then they're just going to attract their audience, and there's just a match made in heaven, you know, the content creator, the audience reveling in the drama and the beef. It's that's what they want. So if that's what they want, they're literally paid to see it. And it just really says a lot about that particular crowd of people who revel in that and relish in that. And I don't know, it seems like both parties are getting fed. The content creator is getting fed their gratification, while the audience is getting fed gratification in seeing it. And it's just like a equal exchange of energy. Very negative energy, but it's definitely an exchange.
I absolutely agree.
A gratification of exchange. Yeah, definitely. An exchange of gratification. Definitely. I totally agree. Anybody else got anything on this question right here, or you guys want to move on?
I think they all touched on very, very key points, and they made valid points, and I actually agree with everything they said.
Okay, cool. Salute to the chat. If you guys are just coming in, we are talking about well, of course, the show is about intervention, and this is not, you know, just singling one person out. This is just us kind of coming together saying, you know, what are some of the things that we see and how can we provide solution? Again, everyone is on YouTube as for different reasons, as content creators or influencers, and we all come, some of us come to joke, some of us come to be serious, some to talk about economics, et cetera. But this is just an opportunity to pull everybody together and just get those mental juices flowing and see how they really are. Because a lot of times, if you, let's just say you come to YouTube and you joke a lot of times people don't understand that you have a serious side, or you really have a thought process. So I really wanted to bring everybody together and just, you know, have this conversation. So salute to the panelists, salute to everybody in the chat, Talon Stewart, official urban therapist, L. Nixon. I see you guys and I appreciate you guys. I will drop the link again. Feel free to join the chat. Again, if you are on the panel and there's a question that really resonates with you, feel free to say something and you know, speak your mind. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Let's see, is this the next one? Let's see. Nope, that's not the next one. How does your content impact or reflect who you are in real life? So this is for the content creators. How does your content, the videos that you produce or promote, how does that impact or reflect who you are as a person in real life? Or does it?
That is such a good. Oh my God, this is such a good question. I don't know if someone wants to go first. I feel like I need time to think about this because this is such a good
Yeah,
question.
I will. I'll
Yeah,
go
go
first.
ahead. Go ahead.
Mine reflect me 100% because, as I stated, when I came on YouTube, I came to share me, who I am in real life, what I do, and what I've done to come into the knowledge of self and to give it to anybody who wants it. I pretty much teach and I just talk about who we were before we were slaves, where we are now, and how we can move forward as a people. But I focus on those first three letters of YouTube, and that's you. If you don't put in the work, if you don't do what needs to be done, if you don't have self discipline, if you don't hold yourself accountable, then none of this that I say is going to work for you. I can just only tell you what worked for me and to let you know that if you should happen to be thinking of any of these things or struggling, that you're not alone. There's not too many subjects you can touch on that I haven't experienced or have known someone that experienced because I have 63 years of living. I just came on YouTube to be me. Sometimes I'm funny, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm irritating. Some people love my voice, some people can't stand it. But I just came to be myself, whether I had a million people or three people, one person. I hoped to have gained enough to be able to make money like everybody else, but this is something that I would do for free. I'm an advocate for people. And so that's what I do. And that's what my YouTube channel is about. Nothing more and nothing less.
Yeah, I would say that for me, I think it represents me because I'm an analytical person. Everything I do is fact based, and I don't take myself seriously a lot too. So I can take a video, I'll break down the video, and I can find pretty much everything that you said in another video to loop you back to either you were telling the truth or you were contradicting yourself, and I'll do it with humor. I never attack the person. I always just attack what they said. So, and that's how I am in real life. If you walk up to me right now and you would say, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I remember when we were, at the barbershop the other day, you said this, 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 and this. Yeah, you said this. So did you forget that you said that? Like, what's going on? And then, yeah, that's how I am. So I think it's a complete representation of who I am.
That's cool. That's good stuff. Did I miss any more? Andrea, get up. Yes. Get up on that thing.
Okay, I'm here. Okay. So do my content reflect my real life on It's All Hot Air? Me and my best friend, hell yeah. We like messy shit. So we watch The Housewives and we gossip on the phone about it. So is my content on It's All Hot Air about our real life? When we sit down, have a glass of wine and talk about The Housewives, yes, we do. So it reflects my real life. And we on vacation, we have some fun time. Yes, it is my real life.
That's what's up. I think Sky is the last one, but before Sky goes, I know she is over there Googling every answer she can think of right now. I'm not going to put her on blast, but is there anybody else that's a content creator that wants to chime in? Because I really want people to kind of hear, what I'm saying, where you guys stand in reference to your content and how it reflects or impacts your life. So is there anybody I'm missing besides myself? Because I'm going to go after Sky. Okay. Sky, you have the floor.
Thank you, Tough Love. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be here, and I appreciate the other panelists. I really appreciate y'all. I mean, the answer is yes. Yeah, like how does it impact or does it reflect my life? Yes. I am a literal living, breathing testament. And there have been moments in the past where I actually have done slander videos about a certain individual. I'm not going to say who. And I had to really sit with myself and realize, like, this is darkness. And this is not even who I really am. Yes, this person affected me, but I took it too far. I took it to a level that was grotesque. And it just wasn't my best moment. So I made a video about it. I just expressed like how wrong I was and like where I was in that time, and I was influenced by other people who were on some beef weirdo stuff, and I just, you know, took that L, accepted it, and I learned and I moved on, and I realized that I need to usher in a bit more compassion and a bit more understanding to my fellow human, even if it's in the form of a critique. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Awesome breakdown.
It does. It does. We have John Goodwill joining the panel. John, if you see the question, if you want to answer the question or wait to the next one, that's fine too. So I don't know if you want to tackle this, but you can if you want to.
Hi, John.
Are you reading the question or you can't see it?
Wait a minute, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
Okay. Salute to everybody on the panel. Hope all is well with everybody. The reason, my rhyme of reason of what you said, I think it's easy to draw into the negativity than to put in the hard work on doing good or just being positive, you know what I'm saying, period. And it's funny that I saw this and it just made me like, let me chime in and see what y'all talking about. Because I've been talking about this. It's very easy to draw to negativity, but it's very hard to stay positive. I don't get that my own self. And it's a struggle with me. I'm not saying I'm a negative person per se, but I'm just saying it's a struggle just to stay on a positive level, just off of just living life. You got negative spirits all around you. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm looking for the answer myself.
John, let me ask you a question, a serious question or whatever, because I really want to keep things moving forward in the right direction. And I appreciate you coming, hitting the link or whatever. There's a lot of content creators going to watch from the bushes or whatever, so which is interesting. But if you can see the question that's on the screen, it says, "How does your content impact or reflect who you are in life?" Does your content reflect who you are in real life? How does it impact you in real life?
Well, it impacts me in real life because my story resonates with a lot of young men that's on out here.
Okay.
So,
okay.
So yeah. So that's why I know for a fact it resonates. And older brothers like myself, myself, we need to spread that message on out there and actually stop perpetuating the negativity, which me personally, I need to stop perpetuating the negativity. So I'll speak for myself. But what about the other people that y'all see that keep perpetuating? You feel what I'm saying? You can't, they above reproach. You can't even talk to them or reason with them. So, yeah.
I feel like, first of all, I appreciate you sharing that. And I really want to make this personal. Like, I really want people to kind of speak from, their experience about themselves, whatever the actual question is. So I appreciate you sharing. So I guess it's my goal. I'm going to make this real quick, whatever. So what is Tough Love all about? Like, I've done a couple of videos, addressing certain things. But let me just give you a real quick synopsis. Really, Tough Love it's not about beating people down. It's not about disrespecting people. What it's about is pulling people together to have a difficult conversation. Whatever that conversation may be, whatever topic, may arise, it's just really just pulling people together to be able to be patient enough to listen to comprehend, not just reply. And I think that as we grow forward, I think a lot of people are they're kind of seeing the energy. They're kind of getting into the mode and moving to the cadence of the Tough Love conversation. So I really appreciate people helping me grow and promote patience and consistency. And I really appreciate people listening to my perspective. So that's to me. And just to say in short, yes, I believe my content is my character. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I feel too, though. I feel we all need fine tuning in certain areas in our life, and that's the reason why I come chop it up with you, Chop Love, and all of y'all, because y'all make sense to me. The things that I've been hearing on YouTube, the people that been talking, I mean, I'm a good breed of character. They just didn't make sense to me. But every time I come over here, I get an understanding on every time on where you coming from and what you're trying to do. And once I get that understanding, then I could go from there to decide which way I want to go with things. But I'm learning. I learned from you, Tough Love. I learned from Miss Curly. I learned from your sister. I learned from any man, any grown man that's taking care of his business in real life. Forget the internet part of it. In real life, and actually is doing something for their community. Them the people who I want to.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We couldn't. Are you talking?
Miss Curly.
Right, I got quiet because I thought she wanted to say something.
Yeah. Miss Curlin, it says that your Wi-Fi signal was weak. However, I want to continue to move this thing forward. In your definition, in your own words, what is a clout chaser?
In my own words, a clout chaser is a person that would go to any lengths to take pictures, follow up that person, that public figure or whoever it is closely, and actually speak upon. I think a clout chaser is a person that speaks for that individual that they like. That's what I believe is a clout chaser. That's my definition.
Okay. Tula Tiger, what do you think?
I don't have a clue. I'd never heard of that word until I heard people talk about it on YouTube. Because, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the goddamn star, so I don't know no stars. And, I think it's enough sky for all of them. So I don't understand. So I don't have a clue.
I got you. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all not talking, mute your mics. That way the audience can hear everybody clearly or whatever.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, according to my what I see on YouTube, a clout chaser is somebody who's always putting your name in their title, who always got something to say about you. And if you're a bigger YouTuber, she gonna be on your coattail. That's a clout chaser to me.
Okay. Sky, anybody else? You guys want to speak on this, or y'all want to move on to the next question?
I mean, I agree. I agree with everyone. I think everyone has their own definition, but we're kind of saying the same thing. I just see it as someone who, like what John was saying, will go to any lengths. I think it's like almost like a desperation behind clout chasing that, like, you can just tell when people are like really trying to do something for attention versus people want to share their insight or people want to share something with us. And I don't know, it's really a vibe, but that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree that I believe it's a vibe. And I also believe that it's an obsession. First of all, I believe that everybody has some clout chasing in them. I think if you are considered to be a part of Black YouTube, when you speak on another content creator or you speak on something that's popular, everybody can be considered a clout chaser. I think what it does, honestly, at the end of the day, is it's really your obsession. Like, are you taking it overboard? You know what I'm saying?
I disagree.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Randall, come on, speak on it.
So my idea of it is somebody that takes from and has nothing to offer in return. So it's okay for you to talk about someone, but there's a particular YouTuber out there that loves to talk about people, but she has to engage her chat to get the facts or fill in the gaps. And for me, that's clout chasing. If there's something out there and you have a story and you all want to speak on that story, as long as you can give something back to the people that you're talking to that's factual, you're not clout chasing. You're just giving a story. Because if that's the case, then every media outlet is a clout chaser.
Okay.
Every gossip columnist is a clout chaser. Every publication is a clout chaser. Everything is clout chasing. But if you can give a story that people want to hear and you can fill in the gaps with facts and you can give back in return, so you're taking information and you're giving back and you're putting together a story, you're not clout chasing, especially if that story is relevant. Now, if you're saying, tough love is whatever, and then people come to your channel, they're like, well, what is tough love doing? And it doesn't really give any context, yeah, that's clout chasing.
I agree.
You don't have anything to offer. But if there was something that they knew, like tough love is embezzling money, You know, the story broke with Tough Love embezzling money, and we found that he did this, and this, and here are the records of it. Now you're giving a story that people may be interested in.
I'm a little different. Well, not different, but I just, from my perspective, it's these people out here that are doing things for a shout out from a bigger channel. You know, just, hey, I dissed this person. Hey, big person, check out my video. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? And then when that person mentions that smaller channel, oh, now it's business popping.
And think about it. What did they give that bigger channel in return? Nothing.
Right.
They got nothing from that bigger channel, got nothing from that smaller channel. All they got was to shout out their name. You're not offering the bigger person anything. You're just there. So you're dropping their title. It's kind of like someone recently asked a bigger YouTuber for an interview. And my question to them was, why would they give you an interview? What are you going to give them in return? I'm not talking about quid pro quo, but what benefit do they have by giving you the interview? What are you going to offer back to help support their channel? What can you offer back? Just to put your name in their title. And that's really all you want to do.
Good point. Pure Pondering just asked me a question. She says, what about someone who blocks people because they have a difference of opinion? I don't think that you should be blocked because you have a difference of opinion. I think that you should be blocked if you are a liability to the conversation. I think I see a lot of people like they kind of go on these rants like, hey, I got blocked. And the thing about it is, you know, especially if they're content creators, it's easy to kind of see their narrative. It's easy to kind of see that, you know, they come from a viewpoint of just agitation. They just want to rub everybody the wrong way. They just want to disrespect everybody. And I think the issue is that if you're not going to be an asset to the conversation, you shouldn't be a part of the conversation. You don't deserve a seat at the table. That's how I feel. Money Boy Trey, feel free to pull up, man. The link is in the chat.
I want to interject right quick because one thing I've learned tremendously from A Random and You TOUGHLOVE is a lot of the unwritten rules of YouTube. Because when you're an individual such as myself, you know, just coming out here thinking you're just getting on YouTube doing your thing, and then you run into all this other stuff, then you start learning the rules. Like I said, I knew nothing about clout chasing. I knew nothing about going on anybody's channel and they shouting you out or whatever. I didn't know what shouting out meant. I only say salute because I see everybody say salute. I don't even know what the hell that means, but I do it because I see everybody do it. So I want to engage and be a part of the community. But
hey,
a lot of us,
a
lot of us.
Hey, John, can you mute your mic? All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, a lot of us new YouTubers, you know, we don't even know the unwritten rules. We know to go and read the community guidelines, but, you know, we don't know the etiquette and how it's supposed to work. So a lot of times you may be doing something out of ignorance and not even realizing that, you know, that's what you're doing. And if nobody tells you, you'll never know until it hits you in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree that there is ways to conduct yourself, and then a lot of people don't find out about YouTube policies and guidelines until after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like how to, you know, if you're using my likeness or you're using my audio or video or whatever. And I know that Random, he was talking earlier in regards to his channel getting struck, you know, but there's a fair use policy in place. But I think it needs to be more defined. So yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of us, we kind of jump into something and we kind of tread in water trying to figure things out or whatever. Yeah, I definitely agree. There's definitely a YouTube way to move, you know, and depending on where you are, especially in the Black sector, I think you definitely need to know about the YouTube policies and guidelines because it can help you. It can help you. Yeah.
I want to go back a couple of questions to that YouTube policy one that you asked.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Now, just imagine if for every hashtag you use with somebody else's name or whatever, a piece of your profit went to that person that you hashtag and so on and so forth down the chain. So, you know, if I'm the third person to make a reaction video or something like that, you know, through this long chain, every time that video gets reacted to, the original person gets pocketed, gets money every time. So just imagine how much that'll keep people's name out their mouth if I had a beef with Tough Love, and every time I said his name or added him or hashtagged him, he got some of the profits from my video.
Good point.
Well, that's a good one.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
I'd like to go back there for a minute because I didn't get to speak on it when you asked me to come up. Y'all were talking about the policies that we would change.
Okay, go ahead.
And one of them I would change, and I would make it a policy because it's not illegal unless they're federal employees. But I would make it a policy about this doxing stuff, that if the people, you know, are not involved in YouTube, that should not be allowed. To me, it shouldn't be allowed for nobody, but certainly not your family members and people that you know and love, you know, because, you know, if you look up LexisNexis or something like that, you get a list of everything about that person. And most people are privy to that through their employment, and they would be stupid to do that. But we have people confessing on video that they do this kind of stuff with their jobs. So I think that that should be against YouTube policy.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And I'm telling you guys right now, whether you know it or not, there's a lot of people that first of all, salute to the chat. I appreciate you guys for being here and being an asset to the conversation. Again, to the panelists, being an asset to the conversation. But you guys don't realize that you guys are doing something very special right here. Because when you start talking about the things that you would change, the things that you don't think is right, the things that you want to see better or to continue to move forward, I'm telling you right now, you're setting the tone in the algorithm. You're setting the tone and saying, okay, this is what right looks like. You're saying this is what right sounds like. And I'm telling you right now, it's healthy conversation. So I appreciate you guys being here with me, because it's one thing to have the conversation by yourself, and it's a whole nother thing to have, I wouldn't even say like-minded, but just adults having a conversation. It's very healthy, and I really appreciate you guys.
Tough love.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can I say something about the doxing? I personally think if you dox somebody, you should lose your channel. I really do think you should lose your channel.
I agree.
I totally agree.
You should lose your channel, because my thing is, I'm not a criminal. Okay, I don't got a criminal record, but I got a bankruptcy on there. But I don't think nobody should. Ain't nobody else's damn business. Okay, so I personally feel like if you
you just told us technically,
it don't bother me.
Damn self. Technically,
it doesn't bother me. But I think you should lose your channel, because it needs to be a consequence, a heavy price consequence.
Yes.
Two things to that conversation, though. The first one was about the hashtagging of the content creator. And then everyone that uses that, I guess, that content, that person should get the money. Then you would have to find a way to deal with clickbaiting. A lot of people don't really have journalistic integrity, and they just clickbait to get you to come to their channel. And once you read it, it has nothing to do with exactly the story. So you'll get caught up in a situation where you'll be going to someone's channel thinking that you're about to get the story or get the right information, and really has nothing to do with anything. That would be the first thing. And then the second one is the doxing part. Coming from a world where I actually assisted, with things like that, a lot of times, 75% of the times when you get doxed is because you set yourself up to get doxed. People are not responsible on YouTube. Case in point, I had a conversation with someone earlier. I said, I don't think you all understand that a lot of times when they find out who you are, they find out who you are because of your own actions. You donate to these people, you use your regular email address, you reach out to these people, and some people don't even give themselves a moniker on their email addresses. So what happens? I have your whole name. I do a reverse lookup. I find out where you stay, who you are, and everything else. Now you're doxxed. So there's another piece of this that I think we don't really address, and that is, what is your responsibility in keeping yourself safe? It's no different than when you come home. When you come home at night, do you not look behind you to make sure nobody is following you? Do you not lock your door? Do you not go into your house and make sure all your doors are locked? It's the same thing on social media. What are you putting out there to ensure that you are safe from anyone that wants to cause you any harm or any malice? And a lot of people are not owning that piece of that responsibility. They're putting it on other people.
But what if they don't know? What if you're a new YouTuber and you don't know, if you haven't used your email for 10, 15 years, all of a sudden you on YouTube and you got you got an email. So you gonna make a new email?
But here's the thing though. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be YouTube. I've seen people get doxxed without being on YouTube. Just people just don't like you. And that goes back to being responsible across the board. Would you would you put your number on every personal piece of information? No. So if you know that a YouTube channel is going to be open and you're going to have 1 million people watching you, why would you disclose certain information? Why would you not give yourself a fake name? Why would you not give yourself anything different? Would you, if you're saying, hey, mail me stuff, would you give them your real address or would you set up a P.O. box?
I would have P.O. box.
So there you go. So why does that change physically versus virtually?
I think what you're doing right now, Random, is you're educating a lot of people, because despite if people are acknowledging what you're saying, they're taking mental notes like, God damn it, I need to go get me a P.O. box. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. I think what you're doing right now is educating a lot of people that don't realize how important it is to protect their personal information. So I appreciate you for bringing that to the conversation. That's good stuff.
And that's very educational. But this is the thing, though. You have people that, you don't know what would cause one of these people to dox you.
You're right.
You could be not involved in nothing, but they hear your voice and now they want to dox you.
So remember this? Me and you talked about that. Remember I said there were some unwritten rules of YouTube.
Yeah, you did.
One of the unwritten rules is that the people that are not on the panel, or the people that don't make videos, or the people that don't get up and make a phone call, they should never be part of this. Like, that has always been the unwritten rule in the areas I come from. If you don't get up on that camera, or if you don't take a link, you're not part of this. You could talk about my mama, but you can't call my mama because she wasn't up there. Mm-hmm. Once you do that, now you're kind of breaking those rules. And I don't know how you stop that, but that's one of those unwritten rules. You don't go after a person that's never been involved in it. You just don't do it. It's like those.
And that's what causes issues when people do that. Exactly, because I'm not even a content creator, and I had someone do that to me and say the most vile things ever. And my thing is, my stance on the situation is this: don't call for me when I never sent for you. You feel what I'm saying? I was like a fly on the wall. I check out a lot of content. Nobody's never had no issue with me. So when this person, when I ran across the video, I was like, wow, shorty girl really saying some crazy stuff, but not understanding that I'm not a YouTube content creator. I'm a real woman, and I'm out here in these streets for real. You understand? So what you say can really get you in a world of hurt, physically, literally, and financially messing with me. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anybody following me. I'm not making content. I'm watching content. Yeah. So a lot of people don't understand that they have to have a level of responsibility when it comes to this. And I really, really believe, and I love the fact that you're dropping so many gems. Hopefully they got their purses open, their pockets open, their jackets open, and wallets open, and that they're collecting the gems that you're dropping, because you're telling some real stuff. So I'm hoping that they're going to take heed, because they got to understand this can save you a lot in the long run.
Well, I always tell everyone one thing I tell everyone that joins my chat is, I always give the disclaimer: if you're looking to be educated, don't come. If you're looking to be entertained and may get some education out of it, come. I always tell them too, do not get involved in anything that I say. You can comment, but don't get involved with what I say, because I want all the focus to be on me. I don't want it to be on you. I want it to be on me, because I'm saying it. These are all of my opinions and my expressions. So if somebody I'm talking about feels a certain type of way, I want them to come at me, because I can handle it.
I want to say something real quick.
So
let me.
Can I say something? Oh, go ahead.
Just one second. Sim said so. It says once you have a channel, you can speak on who you like. And a public figure, so anyone can speak on you. Let me piss some people off real quick. I'm so tired of the narrative that because you're a content creator and you post stuff or whatever, that kind of gives people the go ahead to say whatever they want. No. You can speak, but you're not going to use my likeness in your speech. You're not going to use my video in your speech. You're not going to use my voice in your speech. So everything that I need to do to stop that, then I will, because here's what happens. What happens is that people, once they find the end, they continue to ride that wave until you show them that you're not going to be bullied and you're not going to take that shit. Now, I don't mind you having a difference of opinion. If Tough Love does a video and you say, hey, I want to review Tough Love's video, and you say, hey, cool, let me review your video. I don't agree on this perspective or, what you said about this or whatever, then cool. But if you're going to edit my videos and change up my message, you know what I'm saying? Then no, we're not going to do that, because what now you're promoting a false narrative. Promote the truth or promote your opinion, but don't promote a false narrative. And I think a lot of people, like Riding Dirty was saying, to gain favor with other people, it's like, well, what can I do to make you look bad? What can I say about you to make you look bad? And like my sister was saying, there are consequences to doing that. That's not just fair use, and that is not just freedom of speech, which is the reason why YouTube has those policies in place: harassment, bullying, character defamation, and all these other things. And those people feel like, well, if I say these things, I'm going to get views, I'm gonna get clicks and donations. But what they don't understand is you're going to be the one in court, not your subscribers, not your followers, not the people that gave you 1099. You.
Good one.
So it is what it is. I just wanted to harp on that. My bad. I didn't want to.
This is my thing. But YouTube is not doing enough then. Okay, I blame them. I blame them for not doing enough, because let me tell you something. Somebody doxed me. It was on my Facebook page 3 years ago. A picture of my old foster child and me, and homegirl was mad because I still look good. Okay, big fat, I don't care. So she doxed me and showed it on her community wall. And I flagged the thing and told YouTube. So YouTube is not doing their damn job. How about that?
I hear what you're saying, Andrea, but here's the thing. I think that we, again,
what is doxing? What is doxing?
Using someone's personal information, promoting their pictures, addresses, family members, work. You know what I'm saying? Just basically displaying their personal information.
But it has to be for malicious purposes, though.
Yeah. Random explained it.
It has to be for malicious purposes. It's not just I use your personal information to be like, oh, you have a lawsuit against you. It has to be, I'm trying to cause you financial or harm in some way. That's why I'm doxing.
I've never seen nobody get doxed nicely, though.
No, absolutely.
When you use that word, automatically it's for malicious purposes.
Yeah, so. But I guess my reason behind that is a lot of people think that doxing is illegal, and I'm like, it's not really illegal. It's just inappropriate. It's a difference.
Public information is public information, but like
it's only illegal though if you are a federal employee. You can't do it to a federal employee or an elected.
And we watched something like that happen recently.
It can be illegal.
What's so funny is people don't realize who people are.
That's what I said today.
So you might mess around and dox Tough Love, and all of a sudden you got some people knocking at your door. And that's why I try to tell people, don't just try to do things because you think that this is that's going to get me a part of the crowd, that's going to get me a one up on you, because you never know who it is that you're dealing with. And I think a lot of people, either one, you got to do your research, or two, say that there are lines that I am not willing to cross because of my integrity, because of my morals, because of who I am. And I think a lot of people lose themselves on social media trying to be something that they are not.
I agree. Absolutely.
Let's get to the next question, y'all. You guys are awesome. Let's get to the next question. I think this is going to be a good one. And Sky, I hope you ain't over there snoring. I kind of hear you snoring over here. What is important?
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, because it says my page is like, it says on the stream thing it's not responding. So I just been at this page, so I wasn't sure if y'all could hear me or not.
You can always come back in if you want to, if it's acting up on you.
Yeah, mine is saying the thing too.
Yeah, if you guys need to click out and come back, I'll redrop the link right now in the chat, so that way you guys can come back. Yeah, but I can hear you guys.
Okay,
right, cool.
All right. So the question: what is important to you? Mental fitness, emotional fitness. I'm sorry. What is most important to you? Mental fitness, emotional fitness, financial fitness, spiritual fitness, or physical fitness? What is most important to you?
Me, emotional fitness.
Mental, emotional, and physical fitness.
Do me a favor. Take the top one and explain to us why.
My top one is mental, because my thoughts literally affect my emotions. So my mental has to be clear. I have to be straight up here. And then my thoughts, if they're negative, can affect my body. And so it really starts in my mind, honestly. So this top for me, like mental, what was it, strength or?
The mental fitness.
Yeah, mental fitness is number one for me.
Okay. Anybody
else?
Spiritual
is definitely number one for me. Spiritual, emotional aspect, because I feel like, what I think I do, so all of those aspects I feel coincide with that for me, and it's like a domino effect. So if I'm spiritually where I need to be, it's going to cause me to be sound mind, to think clearly, to do things differently. But if my spiritual is shaky and it's not right, it can physically make me ill. It can mentally cause me to have a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So all of this stuff is very, very important on the spectrum. But I feel like for me, the spiritual aspect of it, my spiritual has to be right. It's basically like, how we have our head and we have the rest of our body? Your head has to be right so the rest of your body can follow. So it can be in sync.
I got you. I hear you. Riding Dirty, you still there?
I think these are all equally important. I think one of the biggest, for YouTube, if you are on YouTube or watching YouTube, that first one right there, that mental fitness, you have to have that in check to be either a watcher or be a content creator. If you don't have that in check, you may want to back away, in my opinion.
I agree.
I agree. I see it a little bit different.
Okay.
And I only see it a little bit different because, I know that a lot of us don't have a clue about etymology. So we don't really know the meaning of words. We think we do. And so when you don't know the origin of a word, then you kind of use words the way they were taught to you. But I basically go with emotion, because what we've learned about mental, and this is just what they say, I don't know, and I've found nobody to tell me any different. But, a lot of the things that they say that are mental are someone's opinions. It's not rooted in science. But, you can root medical issues into science. The mental, you can't. And so to me, if you wasn't born with an impairment in the mind, then the things that happen to you are your emotions, and your emotions affects how you think, how you do things, and how you respond, if you're going to respond. And so that's why I use emotional fitness, because that's what we can relate to, our emotions, more than we can our mental. If that makes sense. Now, nobody has to agree with that.
That's a good breakdown. I like the way you broke that down.
No one has to agree with that. If you understand the word spiritual, look up spirit. It only means breath. That's all spirit means. But they gave us a definition to mean more. And that was for a reason. And of course, those, like I said, the kind of things I teach on my channel. But spiritual just means that you're breathing. And most of us don't even know how to breathe.
Hey, could you put Tough Love, that comment, that last comment back up, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I was trying to read it too.
Hold on just a minute.
Because that point right there is like huge to what Toothless Tiger just said. Emotionally, we get on here. And when we get on here emotionally, what we tend to do is we tend to look for people to answer questions that they don't have the answers to. We tend to think that people are going to align with how we feel. And that's just not the case. Like for me, I don't want to sound this way, but anyone that watches my content, I can come off like an asshole.
No, you don't.
I don't think you come off as an asshole. I think that you're funny, and like you said, you're here for entertainment, and then you be sprinkling in some educational stuff. Like, so I enjoy it.
I'm just not the type that's gonna be like, I don't coddle people. I'm just gonna say what I have to say, and if you don't agree, I'm not going to denounce your feelings. I'm just gonna say, okay, well, you disagree, I'm gonna keep moving. And a lot of people, feel as though like, well, why can't you see it my way? I'm like, well, it's my channel. I don't have to. No offense. I'm like, it's my channel. I can agree with you to disagree and not be rude, but I cannot change my mentality because emotionally, to Toothless Tiger point, you may not be sound. in your emotions. Not saying your emotions are wrong. Your emotions are not sound based on what I'm talking about for me. So I think how you get caught up with people that don't know you is because you're emotionally involved in the content. Once you become emotionally involved in the content, you've already lost.
Yep.
No doubt.
I agree.
No doubt.
Salute, Levy. Thank you for the support, Levy. Salute to you.
Let me do something real quick. Do me a favor, you guys. Mute your mics real quick. I want to do something real quick for sim sets. So let me do something real quick. Okay, so let me address something real quick, or whatever case may be. And sim sets. So I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm gonna do this for all content creators who are listening right now. I believe that you've been in the chat a couple times, so I'm hoping that what I say sounds familiar. But if not, let me get you on the right track. Let me get all of this stuff off of here right quick. Random, I actually tried to go back to that comment you were talking about, but it won't let me scroll up, brother. So I wasn't ignoring you. So here's the thing. Somebody asked me, why did I flag a content creator that was making videos on me? So let me break something down real quick, because I think that this is a good intervention moment, right? I truly believe that you are entitled to your opinion about whatever content creator, right? This content creator decided to do over 10 videos about me. They took several clips of me, and then they made up a video or videos calling me names or whatever case may be, saying I'm holding you accountable. However, they never tagged me in the video. They tagged a bigger content creator in the video, and they put they hashtag the bigger content creator and also the word viral. To me, that's not holding me accountable. Okay, I want to let that sink in. That's not holding me accountable. That's not giving me constructive criticism. That right there is basically altering my words to promote whatever it is that you want to promote on your channel. What's crazy about it is a lot of people, when they hear the Tough Love name or the brand, they say, hey, this guy, he likes to speak a lot of positivity and like people work together. What's interesting to me, I've only seen one content creator who edit videos who actually edited something positive that I've said. Again, we've talked about so many things, from credit to love languages to co-parenting to traveling, but none of those things was edited. Only the thing that I said in regards to a bigger content creator was compiled for that content creator to embarrass me. So I flagged the shit out that channel. I could have took the channel, but decided not to. So I only gave him one strike. And I said, listen, you go your way, I go mine. I dropped my link numerous times. Like right now, you guys see there's an open panel. There's numerous people on. But what happens is a lot of times people don't want to come talk to you. They want to talk around you or about you. So a lot of things, me personally, I'm just not going to respect. So if you have to have a safe haven because you got blocked out of this chat and you got to run over here and, you guys promote what you want to promote over there. But here's the thing. If to me as a man or as a woman, you talk about building a community, you talk about leaders, you talk about accountability, I'm all for that. I'm all with that. And that if there's something that I said that you don't agree with, come talk to me. I make myself available. But for a lot of people, they know when they're talking to me, they're going to have to sit up in their chair. They're going to have to straighten their tie up. And I think a lot of people don't want to handle that. They don't want that type of conversation. Like a lot of content creators they have gotten invited here today. I've seen a lot of people on a lot of different panels, and to be honest with you, talking about nothing. Now I got all of these phenomenal people on this panel, and we're talking about topics that to me, honestly, that matter, that means something, giving solutions on moving forward, whether you are a current content creator or a future content creator. These are the type of conversations that really magnify who you are. So to really answer your question, I'm only flagging you if you're using my family in a disrespectful situation. If you're trying to take my message, if I write a sentence, like I say, your content is your character. If I make a video, the video is the video. See what I'm saying? You don't have to clip it and then add a bunch of like names and disrespectful things to it and say, well, this is me holding you accountable. No, this is me making fun. This is you joking. This is you being an antagonizer. This is not building the community. This is not helping men grow. And I think that we're under this impression that, people should be able to make whatever videos they want by using your likeness or using your videos. No, I work hard at delivering the message that I deliver, and I'm not going to let anybody play with that. And for those who sit in chats and they allow other content creators to strictly like call people names and talk about their family and talk about their character, that says a lot about your character. Because I don't have to do those things for me to be empowered or to me to realize who I am. So I hope I answered your question, Simset. So I don't know if you are actually the person or not, but they understand. I talk to them behind the scenes on the phone, so they understand why I did it. And like they said, maybe I shouldn't have edited your video and called you a bunch of names. You know what I mean? So we understand what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that's fair. Because I could have took the channel. You're trying to impress the popular YouTuber. Hey, that's cool. That's great. But the thing is, I never do anything with malice. Anybody that I speak on, I don't speak to disrespect them. I speak to, hopefully I can give them a different perspective and an outlook. So again, my content is my character. Let me get back to the show. Next question. What is most important to you, building a community or building self? Anybody can chime in.
I think for me personally, I have to make sure that I continue to build myself in order to build my community. And the reason I put it in that particular order is because if I don't know me, what I stand for, where I'm going, and all those other things, how in the world can I be an asset to my community? I personally just don't feel that I would be able to do that. And that's just from my perspective.
Yeah, I'm with her on that. The only thing different I would say, and I know it's gonna probably sound bad, I do a lot of stuff in my community, or I used to do a lot of stuff in my community. I kind of slowed down, but I'm not responsible for the whole community though. And I think once you go out there and you put yourself in that position, people start holding you to unrealistic expectations. So I stick with building myself, and I silently do everything else I need to do. That's just me.
No, I agree with you. I agree with your perspective as well. I absolutely agree with your perspective. And when you put yourself out there in the community, how there are different levels of it. Me, what I do in particular, I make sure not to stretch myself too thin, because you can stretch yourself too thin and it can become overwhelming. So you have to pace yourself and make sure it's something that you really want to do.
Can I ask which community? Are you talking about YouTube community or your physical community?
I'm talking about we can tackle both, to be honest with you. Let's tackle both. Nothing's off limits. Whichever one.
Okay, well this is
address.
Okay.
This is Jada. Hey everybody, okay. How y'all doing?
Hey Jada.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey. I am gonna go with self, because until myself is a bit better, and I can't be that much of help to a community. So I know people say you can help with the community and find yourself, but I just feel like that's where people are easily swayed to help infiltrate a community setting.
Okay.
Tiger, go ahead. Hold on for y'all 1 second. Okay. Tiger, go ahead.
So for me, I would be building on the community, because I know self. And I am growing and improving every day. But once there's an old African proverb, it says, man, know thyself. We first need to understand what that means. And once you understand what knowing yourself means, it doesn't just mean knowing your temperament. You got to know from creation, your anatomy, how it functions, how you think, why you think what you think, what influences you. And so, like I said, for the past 8 years, I've been developing and growing, and I'm 63. So it took me, 8 years ago before I even came into the true knowledge of self. But now that I'm here, I want to give it to the community, and I always advocate for people. I don't get out and work in the community. I mainly support people financially, or anybody that's doing something, because I don't do a lot. I'm at home a lot, so I give financially, and then I advocate for people. I write letters and look up laws and help them fight a fight, whatever it is that they're doing. So, but for me, it's building the community, because I am solid.
Well, yeah, I will say if you're solid, that just means you know yourself. So, it's if we're going based on what is personal versus what is probably good for the people.
I thought the question was personal to the individual that answers it.
Oh, is it? I didn't know.
Yeah, it said
I didn't
what
know.
is
I
most
thought it was
important
talking
to
about
you.
us as a people.
You say
who?
To you. It says what is most important to you, building the community or building self. So when I only speak for me. I don't speak for nobody else. I just
it's okay. I mean, I ain't got no issue with that. I thought the question was, you'll have to excuse me. So let me say this. I walked in and I heard him talking about different stuff with the community, or people doing things about character and stuff like that. So I thought when he was bringing up questions is about us as a people. So that's why I assumed he was asking what is most important to us, and then what the sidebar part is, building the community or building self. So you'll have to excuse me. And also, I didn't have a problem with what you said. I was just saying that's good because you know yourself. So for you, you're ready for the building of the community. So if we're talking about based on you, if it's based on just me exactly, then I'm going to say I'm already ready to build a community and I'm already doing it now. You know what I'm saying? So I just read the question wrong based on how I came in.
Yeah, that's fine. We're fine.
I be reading my outliner wrong, and I don't really be knowing how to do all that stuff. I love y'all though. I'm the silly goofy one, so I'm gonna be saying silly goofy things.
I'm about to get my sister the hell out of here.
I just met this man. I just met this man a year and a month after I was born. I really don't even know dude like that. You know what I mean?
You're right. I knew I ain't like you. I knew I never liked you.
Shout out to you, sister. I love you.
I love y'all relationship. It reminds me of my siblings and I. It's beautiful.
Yeah, he's something else, boo. Every time I turn around, though, he wake up in the morning, he start looking in the mirror, and he be like, "Dang, I hate that I be looking like this girl, but I love it." He loves me, man. He don't love me.
Can I ask everybody a question?
Is that funny?
If possible.
Yes.
Go ahead, Randall.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I've, and like I said, I'm a new content creator, but what I've noticed is that, these communities that we talk about building out virtually and all this positivity, people don't really share each other's stuff so they can be linked to the positivity. If you're speaking about accountability, right? If you start bringing people, like if I start to say, look, like I said, the way I do my content is I go back and I'm a fact-based, logical person. So if I start sharing your page, no matter what you're talking about, the people that follow me are going to go to your page and they're going to expect you to be factual, at least at minimum. No matter whatever else you bring, they're going to be like, be factual. Or if you want positivity, you send people over to me and you feel like I'm positive, then those people are going to expect me to be positive. I think the way that you start repairing this is by saying, look, you build communities through self, and then you start pushing it out like, hey, y'all, go and follow. Like, I'll give you a good page. I don't know you, ma'am, but Scott Atticus' page is really cool to me. Now, I'm not subscribed yet. I just really saw it today or yesterday. But when I look at her content and then I look at her subs, I'm like, man, something just doesn't add up right to me. Like, it should be higher in my opinion, because this is what I hear people talk about all the time. But nobody's following her. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, it just didn't make sense.
I actually didn't know about her until she did the review on the commentary on that video. And you guys, please, if you get the opportunity, go check this sister out, because she's super dope. I love the fact that she was impartial and she was very fair and honest in her commentary. That's actually how I even found out across her. It came across my feed, and I was like, I wonder who this lady is. So I wound up, clicking on it and stuff. Sky Atticus Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how I actually even found out about the young lady. And I had to subscribe after that. She's dope.
Do me a favor, if you're not speaking, put your mic on mute. So real quick, everything that everybody said, I definitely agree with. I do believe in building self first. I think it's important that you are intact before you try to go out there and change the community. I think you can help in the community, but I think that you definitely need to be working on self. That's definitely important to get your stuff together, whatever. I wanted to address Ayo. I forgot to let the rest of your name. And he was like, hey, why are you going to places where people don't want to hear a positive message? Why are you going down into the slums? Why are you going into the dirt? You know, and here's my thing, man. You know what's so funny? I never looked at it as going down or going into some place I don't belong. I just seen people. I saw situations that either that came across my radar or was sent to me, and I just addressed those things accordingly. However, the great thing about it is that I get people to come, regardless of what is said elsewhere, they come and they get to see my content for themselves. And for those people that are adult enough, those people that listen to comprehend, I really appreciate those people because they are here for the conversation. So I realize that you're not going to win everybody over. I realize that you're going to rub some people the wrong way because they're not accustomed to, one, someone being confident talking to them, and two, not promoting disrespect to talk to them. So you can easily say, I'm not gonna listen to you because I'm accustomed to people disrespecting me. But when you go and it's not in malice. Some people just shy away because they're not used to tough love. But I wanted to address something that Random said in regards to before I lose my train of thought. I just lost it, y'all. I just lost it. I'll get it back. But anybody else got anything else to say about the building of community or self? If not, we can move on to the last question. I think I got one more.
I just want to say thank you. The lady who is speaking, I can't see like people's names right now, but thank you for the encouragement and the positive feedback on my content. Thank you.
Oh, I know what it is. Thank you for reminding me. So Random said something in regards to the mic. Somebody got an echo.
Yeah, it's an echo somewhere.
Okay. So mic check. Okay. So I wanted to say this real quick. There is a reason why you see a lot of content creators not sharing other people's content, because that content, for some reason, and Toothless Tiger said it too, there's enough room for everybody. You know what I'm saying? After you get off your live, hey, everybody come to my live, and then, vice versa, build that network. But I think the only people that's really networking, and I'm gonna be honest with you, are the people that promote the drama and gossip. And this is not to throw shade or nothing or whatever. They do a good job at saying go subscribe to their channel. So for the people that feel like they really have a purpose, so they're really here to promote the adult conversation or really just have grown-up conversation, I'm gonna be honest with you, we have to do a better job at promoting one another. It doesn't matter if you have 2 subscribers or 2 million. We have to do a better job at saying, hey, go subscribe to Toothless Tiger, go subscribe to Jada LaRue, go subscribe to Random Podcasts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We have to do a better job at promoting one another and showing people who we're aligning with. You know what I'm saying? I want people to align with people that's going to help them grow, help them to relax and have a good conversation. And just, it don't always have to be about positivity. Sometimes it's just about joking and roasting, but I really want people to get something from it. So we have to do a better job at promoting one another. Let me get to this next question real quick, because I know you guys are busy. This is the last question right here. I appreciate you guys for sticking it in with me or whatever. Hopefully I answered everybody's question in the chat. They had a question for me. So this is the last one. What does the phrase hurt people mean to you?
Well, what it means to me is this. I hear that thrown around a lot, guys. We got to be honest. We hear people say that a lot. Hurt people. This is my thought on that. I was a hurt child. I turned up to be a hurt woman. At the end of the day, when it comes to certain things, when you are able-bodied and able, you have to take accountability for your hurt. I know that's hard for people to understand, but you have to take accountability for your hurt. It's not saying that you caused your own hurt, but what I mean by that is you have to take the time to deal with your hurt. There's a lot of people walking around here that have not taken the time to deal with their hurt. So those people walking around angry, mad, miserable, projecting themselves on other people, their negativity, their toxicity, because they haven't handled their own personal issues. So I was a hurt person, but I didn't decide to go out and hurt other people. It's a difference. And I believe at some point in your life, it's a choice.
And you guys don't get quiet now. This is the grand finale. What you
got?
I
I agree with that analogy. Also, I just think it's bullshit. And it's kind of like a catchphrase for everybody. There is some truth in every statement. True that. And I think it's a lot of little girls that are in grown women bodies. And I think it's a lot of little boys that's in grown men bodies. But we have to take responsibility for our actions, just like we expect for children to do whatever it is we're teaching them to do. At some point, you have to take responsibility for how you treat people. And the law of the land says, if I don't harm you and you don't harm me, then there is no harm done. So you know that you want to be treated with respect and dignity, no matter who you are. If you offer that to another individual, then I don't care what you've been through, you won't hurt anybody. So I think people just use it as a catchphrase, like to excuse to, get out of jail card. I think that's what most people use it as, because you only hear that when someone is, hurting somebody.
I agree. People
yes,
just be
ma'am,
playing.
And I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah, they just be saying shit to say shit. They don't know what that means, like, at all. Like, I've been hurt and I ain't hurt nobody. I've been happy and I hurt people. I don't really understand.
In the movie's Players Club, that would have been referred to as a Ronnie Ho quote.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Anybody else got anything to say about this question?
Yeah, I think the saying is stupid too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think it's become very cliche to say. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I think it's thank you. It's very cliche to say hurt people. Tired of it. And to be totally honest, I'm extremely, I know most of this I've been just quiet and stuff listening, but because I wanted to have some answers to certain things as well. When point do we tell that person to fuck off? I mean, like, if you just have somebody just slandering you, it's like Coco said earlier, like, I'm not a content creator and I come on a show or something, or I voice an opinion. It's not for another content creator somewhere else to start bashing me and making up lies on me. And I'm just going to say it, like Lonnie Love. And just now, she's still talking shit about me. She doesn't even know me. She doesn't know me. She said I made videos about her and I did all. No, I didn't. I've never made a video about this woman. I don't know this woman. Only thing I've said is for her, I gave her, like, saying, hey, stop slandering Tough Love. Like, you don't even know him. Stop it. He has a brand, And this woman has said I made videos about her, that I need to be in AA. I don't even drink. I need to, and not because I was in AA, because I just don't like the taste of it. And it takes too long to recover. So all these things she's saying about me never did. So what do? Just sit back, hurt people. Well, I could say I was hurt too when I was younger. I could say I've been through a lot of trauma, and I could say, well, I'm hurt, and just take a ride to where, and then use that in court. Well, I was hurt, Your Honor. Hurt people. Like, enough is enough. Like, we ain't gonna keep using that. So I don't know why that phrase got put out, and now everybody use it. Pardon?
No, I feel that. I feel that 100%. I actually have not heard people's point of view on this particular question until now, and I'm actually very intrigued. I've never heard of this point of view of let's get rid of this term, but I actually see what y'all are saying, because, I mean, what value does it bring after you say this term? After you say this phrase, okay, hurt people. Okay, so what changed after saying that?
So then what?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Okay, so
that's exactly what I'm trying to make.
They need to change it to hurt people heal themselves. Hurt people heal themselves. Don't walk around here hurting other people because you were hurt and then try to validate it. You can't validate
or hurt people try to hurt
At the end
other
of the day, you're going to be a
people,
grown
they're gonna
woman
get
and a
real
grown
hurt.
man, and recognize your own issues. At some point, you got to recognize your own issues and tackle those issues head on. Don't project them on me. Like Toothless Tiger, I love her commentary. I love her channel. I love the things that she's saying. I believe what she's saying. She has a passion for what she's saying. I'm not going to go over there because I'm hurt. Be like, you know what, Toothless Tiger? I fucking hate you. What do I hate her for? This lady ain't done a damn thing to me. You understand what I'm saying? Don't project your hurt and your bullshit on other people. Learn to deal with your own demons. Deal with your own demons. I don't want them motherfuckers. I don't let demons in my house. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm not a content creator, but when you talk foul and malicious to me, then you want me to take your head off, Lonnie One Love. And I'm saying it because she specifically said vile things to me.
It seemed like we're all talking about
my family. And I don't play those games. I'm letting everyone know, even the people in the back, you would never see me in your chat disrespecting you. You would never see me in your chat disrespecting people in your chat, coming on your channel. I don't do things like that. I'm a grown ass woman in real life. You understand what I'm telling you? So if I don't agree with what you say, I can respectfully disagree with what you said, but I would never cuss you out, call you out your name. I'm not doing that. See, I'm built different. There's a lot of people that's not built like me.
Do you see what we're doing now? You have a person that has a virtual issue, a mental issue, or a personal issue, and you're giving them the energy that they need to keep going.
No, I'm giving her the energy that she needs because too many people been letting her get away with it, so she got the right motherfucking
No, it's not.
right.
It's time somebody to say stop. She has to stop at some point.
Hear me out, right?
Hear him out. He's good. Hear him out.
Hear me out. She's on YouTube. She has a channel and she just got to 1,000 subs, right? So what happens now? She has to keep pushing because she has nothing else to lean on. If you ignore her and you don't respond to her and you don't watch her, she can't do anything. She's stuck. She went from 8 subs to 90 subs, like in her chats. I mean, in her live streams in like literally 2 days. Reason why is because she's beefing with people. She gets energized from that. But everyone that's over there, only about 5 to 10 people comment. The other 80 are watching to see the self-destruction of what she's going to do or what she's going to say. If you don't give it to her, she has nothing to really charge the battery in the back. You stay away from her.
And I agree. I agree totally with your point of view. My only issue with this woman, and I use the term lightly, is this: I don't know you, ma'am. You don't know me, ma'am. I know you from being over here at Tough Love and being a moderator for a while. Then she's actually corresponding with me in the chat. So for you to go and talk about vile things that happened to me in foster care and say it with the most malicious intent and talk about my deceased mother and grandmother and things of that nature, this is not YouTube for me, sweetheart. I'm not a content creator.
Yeah. No,
I'm a real OG in the streets. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
and the old me would have pulled up on you in Philly because I got people in Philly. I'm handling things on the YouTube way, trying to be a lady about the situation, but I could have been a whole motherfucking savage. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so this for me is growth. This for me is growth. And she's never addressed me. She talks shit on her community tab and things of that nature. I've actually went to her page and told her that she can address me like a woman, and she never has.
See, and the only thing I say to you is, if you think about it, right? She initiated. I'm sorry.
Hey, Random, hold on. Hey, sis, I think your point has been made. I appreciate you vocalizing it. We'll talk later behind the scenes, but your point has been made, and I appreciate your energy. But I don't even want to hear a name on this platform anymore.
No, that's it. This is the last thing she getting out of me. Like I said, she mentioned anything else about me, I'm gonna see you in court, and I mean what I mean, and that's it. That situation dead to me. Period. I want your pocket.
Let's not give it no more energy.
Yeah, you know see, that's what I was gonna say too. The best way to deal, I'm dealing with somebody just like this, right? She doesn't dislike me because and I'm not talking about her, because I've said something negative about her or anything like that. She just doesn't like me because I don't believe that she is who she says she is. It's my opinion. So now she's become malicious. What do I do now? I just ignore her. I don't say anything to her. No matter how many times she goes in the chat and I see her trying to pick at me, I'm like, you can't troll me. Like, I'm a troll. You can't troll a troll. I'm like, I don't really care. And I just ignore her. Now what does she do? She falls in the background and she becomes even more upset because I won't acknowledge her. Sometimes the best thing to do is let people die slow deaths.
I like the way you put that. I'm gonna let her whole fire extinguish. I like that. That is she that monetized. She would not make another dollar off of me unless you're trying to see me in person, homegirl. I don't care.
Just let her die slow death.
this is what I'm gonna do. Since I have a lot of content creators on here, I wanna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw you up on the screen, and once I throw you on the screen, this gives you an opportunity to tell people about your page, the name of your page, and so that way people can go subscribe. Anybody that is watching us live or will watch the playback, please listen to these content creators when they break down what their page is all about. I'm gonna ask you guys to be brief. I'm not saying you got to do it in a minute, but I'm just saying don't take 10 minutes to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on a big screen here. Hopefully this works.
Tough love, I'm going to step down because I'm not a content creator, so I'm going to step down.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Miss Carla.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, I guess Scott. Okay. I got you, Riding Dirty. I got you. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. So, Sky, you're first. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Thank you, Tough Love. Hi, everyone. My name is Sky Atticus Jones. Well, my saying is I'm not a cult leader nor am I a cult follower. I just do whatever it is I want to do, and that's actually like a reality. And mainly on my page, that is my page name, Sky Atticus Jones. I talk about behavior. I give reviews, critiques, criticism of other people, and this then brings people over to me, and they might think I'm a beef channel, but I'm not. I don't actually respond to like someone feeling a way about, especially if it's negative, about my reaction or review to them. I just kind of move on to the next thing. So it's not a beef channel. I just kind of give my point of view on things and give commentary. So if y'all like that kind of stuff and you're interested, just come on through. Come on through. Thank you, Tough Love. I'm done.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let me get the tiger. All right, there you go.
Thank you, sir. My thought process is
oh my God.
Okay, that's our little old personal thing there. But no, I'm Toothless Tiger, and I was on a panel this morning, and Random came up with a suggestion that I do live at least once a week. And my channel is just about, like I said, me, my journey, my life, and what I've learned over the past 8 years. And I just try to share it with the people. And we're going to be going live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anyone can come and join us. And we had a panel of women today, but basically I'll just be talking like, I usually do, just tell what I know. And I just drop keys. I don't tell you how to think, how to believe, how to feel. I just do what I've learned. I'll give you some information, research it for yourself, and then go from there. Also, if anyone wants the book, because I also give people this book, it's called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. If you'd like to get a copy of that book, you just email me at my email address, and you can get a copy of that book. I'll send it to you. It's a PDF. So that's who I am. Thank you, Tough Love, for inviting me and for always making me feel at home, being a part of your family.
I enjoy it. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. Let's see who I got next up here. I think Riding Dirty stepped down. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Salute. I think Random might be the last person. Hold on. I think it's Random. You got the floor, brother.
Thank you, sir. I'm a Random Black Guy podcast. I just started about a month ago. My page is really a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, a little bit of both. I like to consider myself like a YouTube detective. I take people videos, do reactions, and I break them down. I try to give people logical, like the just bare minimum of how they can understand what's happening or what's going on. I'm always going to be fact-based. I try to call it down the middle as much as I possibly can. If I don't know about it, I back away. And I know that my channel is also going to evolve more into, just other social topics like relationships, online relationships and, mental health, in the YouTube communities or whatnot. So If you're up for a little bit of, I wouldn't say beef, but fuck shit, fun, laugh, and sometimes a little bit of positivity, go ahead and sub up. And I interact with my crowd as well. So,
brother, I really appreciate you coming over. I know I kind of hit you last minute or whatever, so I really
you good. I appreciate you having me, man. This is a good conversation.
You are in Houston, Texas, brother, so we're gonna have to link up sometime and get
I'm in KT.
Something.
I'm in Katy, Texas.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I definitely will be reaching out, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man. Okay, this is my little monologue time. You guys know how I do. I'm not gonna make it long. I just say what I feel or whatever. And I want to say this, and hopefully everybody watching in the crowd, in the clouds and the bushes and all the other stuff, you guys are listening to me. Let me just stop the music too. I want to make sure I got your undivided attention. When I say I really appreciate people taking the time out their day to listen to my perspective on things, I really do. On behalf of my family, on behalf of me, we thank you. I like to feel like I share things about myself, whether it's my military career, my children. My sister was actually on the panel or whatever. So I really want to invite you guys in so that way you guys can kind of get a better understanding of who I am and why I'm so passionate about certain things. I get it. Everybody didn't do 20 years of military service. Everybody, is not here for the same reasons. But if we can come together and have a conversation from time to time, that may be uncomfortable at times, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the panelists, not only the panelists, but the people in the chat, salute to you all. Forget tough love. Salute to you all for coming through and having a conversation and not disrespecting one another.